Oh, good golly, it is officially summertime because it is hot as all get out there. So, this week we are going to do a mini menu that is honestly, it's about as low cook as you can possibly get. Technically, only one item needs to be cooked. But I wanted to let you know that we're going to be doing these mini meal plans multiple times a week for a couple weeks just to try them out. So, don't forget to let me know what you think down below. So, these three mini meals are all going to be super affordable. I've same concept as before. I give you the list, I give you the recipes, and I also give you a link to Walmart. So first, let's look at our shopping list. I had a couple of requests to include more fruit in our menus. So this one definitely applies. So as you can see, we picked out a total of 15 items at Walmart, came out to a total of $29.50, which is really not bad. Now, I've got a link down below to my Walmart grocery list. You can go through it and check it. Just know that depending on your area, it may fluctuate a little bit. If an item is regional, you may see a super crazy high price, but you can always substitute it with something similar in your area. I have another link down below that's going to go to my website. Now, for these mini menus, I have been able to squish everything into one nice PDF. It's literally one page. It's all black and white. We're not trying to use up your ink, so you can easily print those out. Now, this first recipe is kind of a twist on like a chopped sandwich. You may have seen like the Italian grinders where they chop everything up super, super small. Same concept here, but we're going to have Roman lettuce, Roma tomatoes, half of a cucumber. We're going to need some dressing. I typically stick with either ranch or Caesar dressing, and then some flour tortillas. So the trick here is we're going to cut that romaine lettuce kind of small, same with the tomatoes and the cucumber, and then we're going to, mix it up with our dressing. This is one of those, don't go super crazy with the dressing. You don't want, your veggies swimming. You just want them lightly coated. You're going to put them onto a tortilla, and then I top it with my chicken. Once again, you take that chicken and you just kind of chop it up really small, or you could just shred it. It's honestly up to you. Roll it up, and then boom, we've got salad wraps. Now, whenever we have kind of a strong flavor, I love to pair it with something refreshing and light. So we're going to do watermelon slices. Plus, I don't know if you know this, but watermelon is actually more hydrating in most cases if you are super hot than just drinking water by itself. So it comes out to a really good combo. Let's look at the next one. The next recipe is going to be for turkey, apple, and cheddar sliders. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, turkey and cheddar go together, but why apples? So years ago, I actually had this for like a brunch at a friend's house, and it was, oh my gosh, delicious. They actually had it on like an English muffin, and so ever since then, I have been doing this combination on all kinds of things, and so trust me, it sounds weird, but it's just a great flavor combination. Now, what I like to do is also add in a little honey mustard, but if you're not a honey mustard fan, you can easily swap that out with mayo. What's also great about these sliders is you can have them just room temperature or chilled, or you can pop them in the air fryer for a couple minutes and do them toasted. Both ways are awesome. I honestly don't know which way I would go on that. It kind of just depends on the day because honestly, both ways delicious. Now, to kind of keep up with our summer theme here, we are going to take the other half of our cucumber and slice it up and serve it with some ranch. And there's a good chance you'll have watermelon left over as well. So I would go ahead and throw some watermelon on the plate too. Now, this last recipe is hands down my favorite, okay? When it comes to pasta salads, I'm a huge fan. I love the concept, but this is hands down my favorite, okay? Yes, I happen to love chicken Caesar salad, so I definitely think that's part of it. But the trick with this pasta salad is to do it with what I call a bigger pasta, okay? I want you to look at doing either penne, which is the long tubes, rotini, which is the corkscrew, or bow ties. Now, you could do this with elbow macaroni, with shells, but I just feel like the bigger pasta works better with this. Honestly, the taste is probably the same. I'm just saying there's something about the bigger pasta. We're going to use the other half of the chicken from a rotisserie chicken. And if you didn't know, if you pull all the chicken out of a rotisserie chicken, you're going to end up with about 4 cups of chicken. So half of it goes to that one meal, half of it goes to this meal. And then, of course, with our, Caesar salad, we have our romaine lettuce, we're going to have our Caesar dressing, and then Parmesan cheese. Of all the things that I am just a stickler on, for most cases, I like what I call the real Parmesan cheese, the long strains of it. I don't actually care for the powdered kind, but you know what? If you have that already in your fridge, go ahead and use the powdered kind if that's what you like. Totally doable. Now, the trick with pasta salad is when you boil your pasta and it's tender, it's ready to go, and you drain it. If you just drain it, it's going to take a long time to cool down. So as soon as you drain it, I want you to then put that pasta in a bowl with some ice and some cold water. We want to get that temperature down as quickly as possible. Let that sit for like 5-10 minutes and then just strain off all the water. Again, it's kind of like double draining, if you will. If you skip that step, you take the chance of your pasta getting very mushy, and then it just doesn't work well in the pasta salad because it's already so full of all the water from when it first cooked. It like doesn't have enough room to hold in all of the dressing, or worst case, it sucks it all up. It just really depends on what shape pasta you use. But anyway, that's the trick to keeping it from getting mushy. And then because odds are good, we're going to have some of those, the slider buns, the dinner rolls left over. I say let's just do either some like butter bread or go ahead and make some garlic bread, because honestly, I love like salads with that little piece of crunchy bread next to it. So awesome way to use that up. And that way we don't have, just random odds and ends. We can kind of all use it up and it works out nicely. Now, this is the fourth menu in our mini meal series, and I asked everybody on Facebook what they thought about it, and they really loved the mini menus. So we're going to continue on these mini menus. So you will notice if you go print, it's literally all on one page, okay? And I've been trying to mark them at the top, stating what number they are. So we do have 4 of them, so you can go back, and I've got a completely separate section on the website labeled as mini menus, so you can go see them all there. And so if you're following along, you should have 4. And I feel like that by the time the end of the summer comes around, you're going to have like a great set of all these different recipes that work in little 3-meal blocks. So if you're someone who makes like 6 full-on meals a week, you could just pair 2 of them together, or you take 2 meals, or excuse me, you take 1 meal plan that has 3 dinners, and then you pair it with 2 super easy options, maybe like a plan B meal or just leftovers. Totally easy. So this is a great way, and the majority of these menus have been under $30 for 3 meals. So I hope you're enjoying it. I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend.